Even a small backyard can produce fresh vegetables for a family when the space is organized correctly and the soil is properly prepared. The entire system begins with the soil. Healthy plants always start with healthy ground. Before anything is planted, the area is cleaned so the natural soil can be prepared properly. Weeds, grass, and leftover plant material are removed to give the new garden a fresh beginning. Once the surface is clear, the soil is opened and loosened. Using a hoe and a shovel, the earth is turned until it becomes soft enough for roots to grow freely. This step allows water, oxygen, and nutrients to move through the soil more easily. After the soil is loosened, organic material is added. Compost and aged manure are mixed into the ground to improve fertility. This organic matter slowly releases nutrients while also helping the soil maintain moisture. As everything is blended together, the soil changes in appearance and texture. It becomes darker, richer, and more alive. This fertile base is what supports the entire garden throughout the season. With the soil ready, the garden layout begins to take shape. Even in a small backyard, planning how plants will grow makes a huge difference. Different areas of the garden are prepared for different types of crops. Fast-growing leafy vegetables are usually planted first. Lettuce, spinach, and other greens grow quickly and can be harvested multiple times during the season. Instead of removing the whole plant, only the outer leaves are collected. This encourages the plant to continue producing fresh growth. Root vegetables are planted in another section of the bed. Crops such as carrots, radishes, and beets grow beneath the soil while their leaves collect sunlight above the surface. Because they develop underground, they use space that other plants do not occupy. Another key part of the setup is vertical growing. Plants like tomatoes, cucumbers, and beans naturally climb or grow tall. By guiding them upward with simple supports, the garden uses height instead of ground space, allowing more plants to grow in a limited area. Once planting is complete, the garden receives a deep watering. Moist soil helps seeds and roots settle into place and begin developing. For several days the garden may look unchanged, but beneath the surface the seeds begin their work. Roots push downward searching for nutrients, while shoots slowly move upward toward the light. Soon the first green sprouts appear across the garden beds. These tiny plants are the beginning of the harvests that will come later. Sunlight becomes one of the most important elements during this stage. Most vegetables require several hours of direct light each day to grow properly. Positioned in the right place, the garden receives warm morning sunlight that fuels steady growth. As the plants grow larger, basic care keeps the garden healthy. Weeds are removed before they spread, allowing the vegetables to keep all the nutrients for themselves. The soil is watered regularly so it remains slightly moist. A layer of mulch made from straw or dry leaves is spread around the plants to protect the soil. This simple layer helps retain moisture and keeps the temperature stable around the roots. Over the following weeks, the garden begins to change dramatically. What once looked like bare soil gradually fills with leaves, stems, and new growth. Flowers begin appearing on some of the plants. These blossoms attract bees and other beneficial insects that help pollinate the crops. Pollination is essential for vegetables that produce fruit, such as tomatoes and peppers. Not long after flowering, small vegetables begin forming. Tiny tomatoes appear along the vines, while peppers slowly develop beneath their leaves. Underground, root vegetables continue growing quietly out of sight. Because different crops grow at different speeds, harvests begin gradually. The first vegetables ready to collect are usually leafy greens. Fresh lettuce leaves can be picked while the plant continues growing new ones. Radishes soon follow, growing quickly and reaching harvest size within a short time. Their crisp roots are gently pulled from the soil and taken straight to the kitchen. As the season continues, tomatoes begin to ripen in the sunlight. Their color slowly changes as they reach full flavor. Peppers also grow larger and more vibrant as they mature on the plant. The garden now produces food regularly. Every week there is something ready to harvest. Sometimes the basket fills with fresh greens. Other times it may be tomatoes, peppers, or root vegetables. Each harvest is small, but together they provide a steady supply of fresh ingredients. After harvesting, the vegetables are washed and brought directly into the kitchen. Meals prepared with freshly picked produce have a flavor that store-bought vegetables rarely match. The garden also continues to improve over time. After each harvest, organic material is returned to the soil. Compost and plant residues feed the microorganisms that keep the soil fertile. This natural cycle allows the garden to remain productive year after year. What began as a simple backyard project slowly becomes an essential part of daily life. The garden not only produces food, but also creates a deeper connection with nature and the rhythm of the seasons. With healthy soil, sunlight, and thoughtful planning, even a small backyard can become an incredibly productive space. Sometimes the biggest harvests begin in the smallest gardens.